Hello, good morning students. Now, still Pasopa under the chapter microbes in human welfare. We will study the microbes are used in a different fields, like microbes are used in a household product. We will study microbes used in an industrial product. We have studied Silpasopa. Then we have studied the microbes are used for the production of chemicals, enzymes and other bioactive molecules. Next we have studied regarding microbes in sewage treatment. Microbes in sewage treatment. Then afterwards we have studied in last class microbes in production of biogas. Microbes in a production of biogas. And in today's class, we are going to discuss regarding the concept microbes as a biocontrol agents. Microbes as a biocontrol agents. Now, before I'm going to start with this microbes as a biocontrol agent, in general I used to talk some points. In the sense, now some points discuss iche padtini. What are those points andaga? All of you aware about the pesticides, insecticides and other chemicals, okay, which are going to use in a agriculture. Which are going to use in agriculture. Atandra ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ familiar ಅದೀರಿ. ನೀವು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ agriculture background ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರಿ. ನಾವು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ನೋಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಪೆಸ್ಟಿಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆನಂತರ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟಿಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ತಂದು ಅದೇ ನಾವು ಔಷಧಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಔಷಧಿ ಬಡಿದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ದೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಕಿಲ್ ವಾಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮ್ ವೈರಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮ್ ವಾಟ್ ವೇರ್ ಒನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಥ್ರೋಪೋಡ್ಸ್ದಾಗ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಾವೆ, ಬೀಟಲ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಬರ್ತಾವೆ. ಅವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾವೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಕ್ಯಾಟರ್ಪಿಲ್ಲರ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರಬೇಕು. ಅದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಲಾರ್ವಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನೀವು ಅಡೋಂಟು ಕನ್ನಡದಾಗ ಏನಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಈಗ ಕಡಿ ಹುಳ ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಕೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಪೆಸ್ಟ್. ಅವಕ್ಕೇನಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಪೆಸ್ಟ್. ಪೆಸ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ which are going to cause the diseases for the agricultural plant or any plant. Those are called as a pest. PEST. Pest ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ the organisms, they may insects, they may what we are going to call as arthropods and any other the organisms which are going to cause the diseases for the agricultural plants or agricultural crops. Those are called as a pest. So killing these pests, the farmers are going to use the different kinds of chemicals in the form of insecticides, pesticides, herbicides, etc. So what is going to happen that time antandaga these insecticides, herbicides and what I told you even chemicals use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Those chemicals sometimes they are going to kill other than target insects. In the sense, first drawback of these using any huge amount of these pesticides, insecticides and herbicides, ಇದರದ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡದ ಡ್ರಾಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಾಗ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ first thing is this to kill other insects or other what we are calling organism rather than the targeting organism. I mean not rather than, including targeting organism. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೊಂದು ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಕಿಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗಿ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ ಅವು ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾವೆ ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಕಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾವೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ದ ಇಕಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ದ ಇಕಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ದ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇದೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟಿಸೈಡ್ಸ್, ಪೆಸ್ಟಿಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಏನು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಾಸ್ ದಿ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ or they are going to create the environmental pollution like soil pollution irbodu, water pollution irbodu, air pollution irbodu, or else they used to what persist in some vegetables and fruits ಮತ್ತು vegetables ದಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದಾಗ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ persist ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ they are going to cause many diseases to the human beings also. So these are the drawbacks or the side effects of using these insecticides, pesticides, herbicides and other chemicals, okay, to killing what we are going to call it or to controlling the means different kinds of organisms or different kinds of pests. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಬಟಾನಿಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತದು. ಈ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನ ನಾವೇನು ಕಲಿಯಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಬಯೋ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ we used to avoid these all the things. We used to avoid the use of pesticides, we used to avoid the use of chemicals, herbicides or insecticides etc. ಇವತ್ತೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಉಳಿತಾಯ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಇಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ರೀತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಡಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ some microbes are there, those are the predators on other microbes. In the sense, some microbes are there, those are useful for us and they are going to control the other, what we are going to call that as the pests or other organisms. Those are harmful for the, what we are going to call that as the agricultural crop. In the sense, let us start with this biocontrol. What is meant by biocontrol? In the sense, use of biological methods. We used to use the biological methods for controlling the plant diseases and pests. Plant diseases and pests. In the sense, pest in the sense the organisms which are going to cause the diseases in a agricultural plants. For that, we used to use insecticide, herbicides, and other chemicals. But they are going to cause, or they are going to disturb the ecology, or they are going to create some environmental problems. For that, we used to overcome that. We used to use the some biological methods to controlling these things. That's why next I have written here biological control of pests and diseases. Biological control of pests and diseases. How we are going to control the pest and diseases in plant by using the biological methods. Biological methods. So it can reduces. Dependence of pesticides, herbicides and insecticides. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೆಸ್ಟಿಸೈಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಹರ್ಬಿಸೈಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ ಅದರ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಿಪ್ಪ ಅಂದಾಗ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಬಯಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಬಯಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರಿಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕಿಲಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ pests. Understood? That's what we are going to means maintaining the balance in the ecosystem and ways to reduce the environmental pollution as well. Understood? So this is about what I am telling here. The biological control means the biological methods are used for the controlling plant diseases and pests. Here I written biological control of pests and diseases. Now first one I told you regarding the insecticide and pesticides. I discussed already. Na heli niಮಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟಿಸೈಡ್, ಪೆಸ್ಟಿಸೈಡ್ಸ್, ಹರ್ಬಿಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ನಾಗ ತಂದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದು ನಾವು ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ದಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಾಸ್ ದಿ ಸೆವರಲ್ side effects. In the sense, these are going to disturb the ecological balance. In the sense, target organ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಕಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ who all are in the sense sometimes other organisms in the sense ಏನು ತೆಗಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು prey predators ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. prey predators ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಜೀವಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಜೀವಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದ್ರ ಒಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಮತ್ತು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ಗೆ ಅವಲಂಬಿಸಿರ್ತೈತಿ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟಿಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪೆಸ್ಟಿಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಕೊಲ್ಲುವಂತಾಗ ಒಂದು 10 ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅದೇನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, 10 ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತೂ ಸಾಯ್ತಾವು, ಬೇರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಇದ್ದ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಫುಡ್ ಸಿಗಲಾರ್ದು ಸಾಯ್ತಾವು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್, ದಿ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ amount of usage of a insecticide and pesticide, they are going to disturb the ecological balance. They are disturb the ecological balance or ecosystem balance. Sorry, ecosystem balance. One thing. Another one thing is if you are going to use in a large amount of these insecticides and pesticides, they are going to create the environmental pollution problems. Now modern days we are facing so many problems regarding the environmental pollution, and the reason for that, one of the reason is using the large amount of insecticides and pesticides. For reducing these things or overcome of these things, we used to use the biological methods to controlling the pests and diseases. Now we used to going for the next point we are going to study here, biological farming. Now here we used to go for the farming in the sense agriculture na ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ using the biological methods, that is the biological farming. What is the biological farming in the sense? We are going to consider in here the various life forms and habitats. If we are going to go for the biological farming, ನಿಮಗೆ biological farming ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತು ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು biological farming ಮಾಡಾಕ್ತೀರಿ, biological farming ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ we are not going to use any insecticide, pesticide or chemicals. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೊರತುಪಡಿಸಿ we used to use some biological methods. If you are going to use using some biological methods, or you are going to go for the biological farming, that time what you should know ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಏನು ನೀವು ತಿಳಿದಿರಬೇಕಂತಂದಾಗ you used to know the various life forms and habitats. Various life forms of a habitat in the sense ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ habitat ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವೆ, ವೆದರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ aquatic, terrestrial, ಆನಂತರ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಎಂತದೈತಿ, ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ನಾಗ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಾಗ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದೇಂತ ಥಂಡಿ ದಿವಸನಾಗ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗ್ತೈತಿ. ದೀಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೋ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ದ biological farming. Second one is you used to know predators, pests, etc. Predators in the sense what? For example, take X, this is one pest. Y, sorry, X it is one what organism, Y it is also one organism, and X it is we are going to consider as a pest. And now if suppose the Y is feeding on X, ಈ Y ಏನು ಮಾಡೈತಿ ಈ X ನ ತಿಂತೈತಿ ಅಥವಾ ಆ X ಮೇಲೆ ಅವಲಂಬಿಸಿರ್ತದಾಗ ನಾವು ಈ Y ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ದೀಸ್ Y in a frequently or a large amount, and these Y's are used for controlling these X. ಈ X organism ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ that time automatically ಇವರ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಇಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಉಳಿತೈತಿ, and that is to control this pest in such a way that is to know the prey and predator relationship. Is to know the prey and predator relationship. If you are going to go for the biological farming, the biological farming ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ prey ಮತ್ತು predator ದ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಹೆಂಗೈತಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ತಿಳಿದಿರಬೇಕು. ಆನಂತರ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯಾವ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ನಾಗ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು ಪೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರೆಡೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅದು. and afterwards you know predator as well as pest life cycle ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ನಾಗ ಏನಾಗೈತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಫಾರ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಈಗ ಅವು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ದೇ ಆರ್ egg lay ಅಂತಂದಾಗ egg ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ egg ದಿಂದ hatchling ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. hatchling ಆಗನ if there is a indirect development, larval stage ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ larval stage duration ಏನೈತಿ, larval stage ಆಗನ adult ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗ್ತಾವ, then they are going to mating ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. now here if you are going to using this biological farming, that time you should know on which stage what predator is feeding, whether the predator is feeding on eggs, whether the predator is feeding on larva, or whether the predator is feeding on adult stage. Even ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ we used to use what we are going to call it as a biological farming, or used to use some organism to control the other organisms. Then next, which habitat they prepare, I mean prepare, which habitat they prepare ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ habitat ನಾಗ grow ಆಗಕ ಬಯಸ್ತಾವು. These all the things you should know, then only you are going to go for the biological farming. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we used to go for the biological farming. Understood? Now here biological control of pests and diseases naga some examples they are given in your book. We used to study those one by one. First example they are given regarding beetles. ನೀವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಸಣ್ಣ ಹುಳ ಬರ್ತಾವ beetles ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ black, for example rhino beetle ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ, one horn rhino beetle ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. I don't know whether you have seen or not. If possible I will show you in a practical session. So there are some beetles with red and black markings. First of all here the example they are mentioned in your book, that is ladybird and dragonflies. These both ladybird and dragonflies are what? They are going to control aphids and mosquitoes respectively. Respectively ಅಂತಂದಾಗ this ladybird is kill the aphid, and dragonflies FLIES, these are going to kill the mosquitoes. In such a way that by using these ladybird and dragonfly we are going to control the pest like aphid and mosquitoes which are harmful for the what? The plants. Right? This is the first point. First example. Second example we are going to study here Bacillus thuringiensis. Short form of that example is BT. Here what is going to happen in the sense, this is the bacterium. Okay, Bacillus thuringiensis, this microbe it is used for the controlling butterfly caterpillars. Caterpillars in the sense, caterpillars are the what we are going to call it as a what? These are the larval forms of a butterfly. Caterpillars are like this. You are going to get These are the caterpillars. And Bacillus thuringiensis, it is kill the what we are going to call it as the caterpillars of the butterfly. Okay, likewise we are going to control the population of butterfly or population of this caterpillars, and we is to reduce what the what we are going to call that as the diseases, or we is to control the pest. And these Bacillus thuringiensis are available in sachets. Sachets are put in a dried spores. Dried spores one out of the sachets that used to mix with the water and used to what we are going to call that plants nalli yav plants attack agtave pest aa plants ge madubodu navna farming ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. In the sense what I told you, the sachets are dried in a spores which are mixed with the water and sprayed onto the vulnerable plants, and then we used to spread them into the vulnerable plants, okay, such as brassicas and fruit trees. Like is brassicas and fruit trees mele ನಾವು spray ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ this Bacillus thuringiensis is going to kill the caterpillars of the butterflies. Okay, that is the first one. And nowadays what is happened in the sense the genetic engineering is well developed. Genetic engineering is well developed, and here what is happened in the sense the Bacillus thuringiensis, B thuringiensis, is introduced into the plant itself. Plant naga introduce ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ that plant is resistant to the what we are going to call that as a different kinds of pests. And the example for this Bacillus thuringiensis genetic engineering developed plant is a BT cotton. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ Bacillus thuringiensis ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಅದರೊಳಗ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Now here what is going to happen, this Bacillus thuringiensis when it is enter into the gut of the caterpillar, gut ಅಂತಂದಾಗ the part of the digestive system, ಆ gut ನ enter ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ it is converted into the toxin and it kills the caterpillar. ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ kills the caterpillar. Okay, next this is about what the second example Bacillus thuringiensis, which is used for the which is used as a biocontrol agent. Next one is Trichoderma, Trichoderma. Trichoderma, it is free living fungi which is commonly associated with the root ecosystem, and that is also, and this Trichoderma can also used as a biocontrol agent. This is helpful for controlling some plant diseases and pests. And last example is baculovirus. Baculovirus, in the sense these baculoviruses are kill the insects and other bacteria. These baculoviruses are also kill the insects and other arthropods, and commonly used baculovirus is nucleopolyhedrovirus. This is the common baculovirus which is used for controlling the insect and other arthropods in such a way that, and this I mentioned here baculovirus, this is very what important virus. This baculovirus, these viruses are excellent candidates for the species specific. These baculoviruses are the excellent candidates for the species specific. Species specific ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಸ್ ಕಿಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನಷ್ಟು. In the sense narrow spectrum insecticidal application. Narrow spectrum insecticidal means application in the sense ಯಾವುದು ನಾವು ಕಿಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, for that only we used to use the baculovirus. Okay, and these baculovirus, they have been shown to have no negative impact on plants, mammals, birds and fish. These baculovirus don't show any negative impact on plant, mammals, birds, fish and even on non-target insect. Non-target insect in the sense these are species specific atayinda. Species specific atanda ಯಾವ species kill ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ kill ಮಾಡ್ತಾವು, ಬೇರೆ species ನಾವ kill ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, and this is specially described when beneficial insects are being conserved to aid in a overall integrated pest management. Integrated pest management ಅಂತಂದಾಗ program ಇದೆ, that is one integrated pest management program it is there. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ they used to kill the specific, ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಆ integrated pest management ದಾಗ whatever we used to use the biological control agent, they used to kill the specific the species, and other species cannot be harmed. Okay, in such a way that these baculoviruses are very useful. These baculoviruses are very useful to controlling the insect and other arthropods. Okay, this is about what the today's class, the microbes as a biocontrol agents. The microbes as biocontrol agent. And here in my microbes as a biocontrol agent, used to mention these all the things. Biocontrol is refers to the use of biological methods for the controlling plant diseases and pests. And here the insecticides and pesticides if we are going to use, they are showing the so many side effects. They are going to disturb the ecosystem as well as they are going to create some environmental problems. And nowadays, in modern days, the farmers are using a huge amount of pesticides and insecticides, so that you are facing a lot of problems regarding the pollution. And for that, overcome to reducing these pesticides and insecticides, or is to reduce the dependence of pesticides and insecticides, we used to need to use the biological method to controlling the various plant diseases and pests. And that's what we are saying here. Some biological means used to try to making biological farming. And if you are going to go for the biological farming, you must know the various life forms of habitat, in the sense predators, pests, and where they used to means get filled. Then predator as well as the pest life cycle used to know. Then habitat they prepare. These all the things I explained already. Then we are studying here few examples like beetles, Bacillus thuringiensis, BT cotton, that is the example which is developed genetical engineering, means with the help of genetic engineering. Then Trichoderma, these are the fungi which are used commonly for controlling the what we call that as a pest and different kinds of diseases. And next we are discussing about the baculoviruses. These are the what I told you, narrow spectrum insecticidal applications, used for the narrow spectrum insecticidal applications, in the sense these are species specific and they do not show any negative impact on plant, mammals, birds, fish, and even no on non-target insects. No on non-target insects. In such a way that, and here we are going to mention another thing is, these baculoviruses are very useful for the what integrated pest management program they used to use that. Understood? This is about what the microbes as biocontrol agents. Okay, so I'm going to stop here with this concept, that is microbes as biocontrol agent. In next class, we are going to study microbes as biofertilizers. Microbes as biofertilizers. Okay, let's stop here. Thank you.